Last year, a tragic event shook Australia to its core and affected Bob in a deep and profound manner.
Well, Black Saturday occurred in February 2009, and I just always remember being at home with my family and billows of smoke going over the house. And you know, it had been hot for so many days, like 40 degrees for 3 or 4 days, longer than that. And yeah, it was tinder dry conditions, and a bushfire was going to go off, and the winds were so high, and it was just, unfortunately, the perfect conditions for the worst fire imaginable. It all went off late afternoon, and I remember listening on the news, and I had a friend of mine who actually lived out in the areas that were affected, and he actually stayed the night with me. I remember driving up to the lookout point that night and looking at the valley beyond and seeing all the hills on fire. It was an absolutely awful sight, and you just couldn't help but feel for those poor people out there stuck in the middle of it all. It was absolutely awful.
Bob felt deeply touched and wanted to help, and was inspired to write a song to help heal the nation.
Yeah, well, Surviving as One, the song came about from me really thinking for a few days after Black Saturday what we could do. I mean, we went up to the Whittlesea staging post and talked to survivors, and, you know, what do you say, what can you do really? There was already so many volunteers doing this, that and the other, and I went away thinking, what could I do to help in some small way? And I thought music.
Bob and I continued to work on the song, and in came Rhiannon and Sesha to help out on vocals, and we also put together a choir of children to help out as well.
The recording of the kids was as significant because I think it was about a week and a half later that we'd sent around the Bush Telegraph, and we got a number of children. We'd just made an open offer around schools that anybody that was feeling up to it, if they'd like to come and form a choir to, you know, to put on the chorus of Surviving as One, they'd be more than welcome. And we had about 30 to 40 children come down on that evening, which I was bowled over with, especially as some of the kids had come from the affected bushfire areas, and I thought, gee, they showed real guts to do that. It was fantastic.
Having warmed up, the kids were now ready to record. After a few more practices, it was time to record with the music. And coming next, it's Oz Together, Surviving as One.
Our beautiful mountains, our greenest valleys became our darkest day. No time for goodbyes, we cry and we wonder why that's Saturday. Oh, we're all grieving, we're battered, bruised and dazed, but even in our darkest hour came storm.